Hello there traders, and welcome to another update on the market. For today, I decided to cover Euro versus US dollar. I will speak about the gold market, dollar index, crude oil and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with the Euro versus US dollar first. As I mentioned yesterday was a big day for the Euro, and for the Euro currency, obviously it was basically a ECB press conference, and basically, Euro was sitting in a downside cycle. Nothing changed. The rally that happened actually 2 days ago didn't change the fact that the short and midterm trends were down. So prior to ECB press conference, I alerted you that price is sitting in a very important resistance cluster of swing highs, and that scenario that is likely to happen is probably either to test, reject, or just straight go downside, or just try to trade higher and then sell off. So in this example, we had a sell off from the very beginning, and market basically reached our downside objectives. And I will go to let's say some daily time frame to show you that we reached this cluster of the lows here from basically May and April 2020, right? So we reached that area at 1.0770, and then we got rejection. So far market is trading sideways and inside of this outside bar. So this was obviously a big outside bar. We called it, outside because we got a higher high, but at the same time we got a lower low. And the same bar relative to the previous day. So today we have a inside day so far relative to the previous day, but again we are in a strong down cycle. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Let's remove now for this. So basically we're right now having the consolidation. There is always chance that market can make some rally again towards this middle counter line, make maybe some kind of ABC. There's always potential for that, and then potential for the downside continuation. Again, watch for potential. We have this tail here on the 4-hour time frame, so we like to see the market to eat this tail, as we say, 1.0758, and then that we can open the door for 1.0730. Okay, so definitely watch for more downside opportunities on the rallies or the downside breakouts, and potential for the test of the next important pivot level, which is around 1.0730. If we even break that, the very important swing low is the low from March 2020, right around 1.0640. Speaking of the gold market, so let me just go to the gold market here. Speaking of the gold market, we can basically see that there was a sell-off, and I spoke about this channeling mode, and it was a quite big risk that market can sell off, and we sold off, but price rejected. So now we still have a cluster, a big important resistance swing highs around 1980. So I still think this is not that spectacularly good for upside continuation. We had this sell-off. We go to the 2-hour. We try this sell-off. Market is right now sidewaysing. So if we attack again the cluster of the lows at 1960, if we can clear that, we can open the door for next important pivot lows. So 1940 can be in the play if that will happen, and even then 1927 and 1917. So definitely I don't like this upside continuation. Key pivot level resistance 1980. I would like to see the sell-off eventually to start to clear the lows and to confirm even further lower prices. So that is the current situation on the gold. Speaking of the dollar index had, as I said, we were sitting in this drift slope pattern. Market was still in a heavy upside cycle, and we finally reached this 150 level, and I will go to the daily time frame just to show you that this is the basically cluster of the highs. At least we took some highs from the May 2020. Next important pivots on the dollar index are set at 101 area, right? So we got the highs from April and from April 2020. So I still don't see any big divergence. We have a new momentum high. This looks like we're creating some kind of a bull flag intraday. So at least another swing, upside swing is in the play here. So definitely dollar index can also have an impact on the euro. Pardon. Next market that I want to cover is crude oil. And crude oil is sitting in an important pivot resistance at 104.30 and 105.30. So as long as we are trading into the resistance, we still need to watch for more price action. Do we break this and hold above? Do we just test reject? We still need to give some time crude oil, but definitely pay attention to this important pivot resistance. And Bitcoin, as I said yesterday, market was potentially building ABC on the higher degrees, and we get this ABC and sell-off. Seems like we're building another continuational pattern. This looks like a nice consolidation rally, corrective rally based on this sell-off. So I expect further downside, and I expect the lows that we clear the low at 39,000 and eventually try to attack 38,000 and 37,500 mark. So watch for selling opportunities on the Bitcoin versus US dollar. That'll be all for this update. I hope that you did enjoy. Trade safe. Have a good day and a good weekend, and speak to you soon.